friends, Sabrina here, and get ready for a fun class. Today we're going to be working on our triangle pose, so we'll be really working those legs today, stretching them out, stretching our calves and hamstrings, and having a lot of fun doing it. So if you're ready, let's get started. We're going to start in a comfortable seated position. You can also start with your legs extended forward. You can, as always, start down on your back. Use blocks if you need them to get more comfortable here. And then when you're ready, you can start to close your eyes. And we'll start with pranayama, which is just breath control practice. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Relax them down your back, away from your ears. Relax your arms. Let your hands rest on your knees, nice and gently if you are in a seated position. And bring your awareness to your breath. Nice, slow, deep breaths in and out your nose. Let's take a few deep breaths together. Starting with your inhale, let your inhale begin at the base of your spine. Inhale through your nose, belly and chest expands. Breath reaches to the top of your head. Pause, hold for just a moment. Slowly exhale, let it all out. Once again, just like that, inhale. Pause at the top of your breath, hold. Slowly exhale. This time we're going to inhale and exhale for 4 counts. Starting with your inhale, inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. And slowly exhale, let it all out. And then from here, you can return to your deep belly breath at your own pace. At the bottom of your next exhale, you can start to open your eyes, gaze forward, and we'll move into a butterfly position. So soles of your feet come to touch. Knees are out, tall spine. You can place your hands around your ankles or around your feet. And then with a tall spine, begin to fold forward. If you want to, you can press your elbows to the inside of your thighs. Just a few more deep breaths here. On your next inhale, let's go ahead and lift the torso. And you're going to keep the left leg exactly where it is. We're just going to extend the right leg forward. Right foot flex. Sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. If you have a strap, you can use it for this pose, for this stretch. You're going to place your strap, if you're using it, to the ball of your right foot. You can grab the strap with your hands, sit tall, make sure your hips are squared over the right leg, and then with a tall spine, lead with your heart, fold forward. Two more deep breaths. Let's go ahead and release, lift the torso. We'll switch legs. So this time we're going to extend the left leg, bend into your right knee, right foot to the inside of your left thigh. If you're using a strap, you're going to place it to the ball of your left foot. Sit tall, make sure your hips are squared over the left leg, and then when you're ready, begin to fold forward. And use your breath here. So as you inhale, lengthen, elongate your torso. And then as you exhale, maybe sink a little deeper into the stretch. On your next inhale, we're going to start to release. You can start to lift your torso. If you used a strap, you can place it off to the side. You're going to draw the soles of your feet together once again. Sit tall. We're in our butterfly position, hands around your feet or your ankles. Begin to fold forward. Again, if you want to, you can press the elbows to the inside of your thighs. On your next inhale, start to lift your torso. You can cross your legs. We're going to roll into a tabletop position. So you can roll into your knees and then to your shins. Shoulders stacked over the wrists, hips over the knees. And we'll flow through some cat-cow stretches. So when you're ready, on your next inhale, belly down, gaze forward. Tops of feet are pressed down onto your mat. As you exhale, very slowly start to lift through your upper back as you draw your chin to chest. On your next inhale, belly down, gaze forward. This is our cow pose. As you exhale, slowly round through your upper back, draw the chin to your chest as you move through your cat pose. And on your next inhale, you can return to a neutral spine tabletop position. And we'll move through our first downward facing dog of our practice today. So you can start to send the hips up and back. Tailbones lifting up and into the back of the room. Fingers spread wide, palms flat on your mat. If you want to, you can take a moment, pedal out the feet, straighten one leg as you bend into the other. Really reaching those heels down to the floor. And remember, when you are in your downward facing dog, it's perfectly okay to bend into your knees for this pose. You can bring both legs to stillness. On your next inhale, gaze forward. You're going to walk your feet to the top of your mat. And we'll meet in a halfway lift, flat back position. So hands to your shins, shoulders drawn down your back. On your next exhale, fold forward. You can bend into your knees as much as you'd like to. If you want to, you can grab opposite elbows, finding a ragdoll position. Two more deep breaths. If you grabbed opposite elbows, you can start to release your arms. On your next inhale, halfway lift, flat back. exhale, fold forward.
We're going to flow through that once again. So as you inhale, halfway lift, flat back.
As you exhale, fold forward.
This time, as you inhale, we're going to come through to a standing position. So start to draw your arms all the way out and up.
At the top, palms come to touch. As you exhale, hands to prayer position at heart center. From here, we're going to move into our pyramid pose. So we'll start on the right side. Right foot stays grounded on your mat. We're going to pick up the left foot, send the left leg back just a few feet. You want to make sure you plant your feet about hips distance apart, hips squared forward. And then if you have blocks, you can use them for this position. You can use 1 or 2 blocks. If you're using 1 block, you would place it just maybe like several inches in front of your right foot. If you have 2 blocks, you can play around with the different heights of the blocks and place them around your right foot. All right, so from your tall spine, hands to prayer position at heart center. Again, hips are squared forward. From here, we're going to begin to fold forward. And then once you are halfway down, micro bend into your knee if you'd like to. You can place your hands down onto your blocks, down onto your 1 block. You can also place your hands down, maybe fingertips down to your mat if that feels comfortable. And you can always keep your hands to prayer position at heart center as well. All right, so find a pose that's comfortable for you. A pose that gives you a nice stretch that isn't painful. Keep sending the right hip back. The right hip always tends to creep up on this side. 2 more deep breaths. And then on your next inhale, you're going to micro bend into your right knee. Hands to prayer position at heart center if they're not already there. Halfway lift. And then on your next inhale, we're going to lift all the way, torso up. Left foot back to the top of your mat. We'll do the same thing on the left side. So this time left foot stays grounded. We're going to pick up the right foot. Send the right leg back a few feet or so. Make sure your feet are grounded about hips distance apart. Hips are squared forward. And then when you're ready with a tall spine, begin to fold forward. Again, micro bend into that left knee if you'd like to. You can drop your hands to blocks. On this side, remember that left hip tends to creep forward. Keep sending the left hip back. That'll get you a better stretch. And then we just have a few more breaths here, so try to relax. And those hamstrings and calves, a good stretch. Okay, on your next inhale, maybe micro bend into your left knee. We're going to lift the torso halfway up, hands to prayer position if they're not already there. Then we'll lift all the way up back to our standing position. All right, so we're going to draw the right foot back to the top of our mats. And then from here, kind of inhale the arms high. Nice big exhale, swan dive forward, forward fold. From your forward fold, inhale, lift up, halfway lift. As you exhale, we're going to plant the hands, step the feet back, downward facing dog. From your down dog, lift the right leg, 3-legged dog. Hips square down, right foot is flexed. We're going to send the right leg through, plant the right foot in between your hands. You want your right knee over your ankle. And then from here, if you have a block, you can use a block for this. You're going to place your left hand onto that block. We're going to start to open up towards the right side. So think shoulders opening up towards the right wall, right arm is high. You can lift your gaze over your right fingertips if you'd like to.
And you're also high in the ball of your left foot. Right hand down. So right knee is over your ankle. You're still high in the ball of your left foot. Let's go ahead and lift into a high crescent lunge. Arms are high. Hips forward. Open up warrior two. So left foot grounds down and arms are out to a T position. In your warrior two, both shoulders and hips are opening up towards the left wall. Arms are out to a T and gaze is over your right fingertips. Without losing the bend in your right knee, drop your back hand, flip the front palm, reverse warrior. Right arm extends up and back. So in your reverse warrior, shoulders and hips are still opening towards the left. Notice the top right shoulder. If it's up here close to your ear, make sure to relax the right shoulder down. Make your way back into your warrior two position, arms out to a T. Extended side angle. So I like to put my right forearm on top of my right thigh. Extend the left arm up and over. Notice the left shoulder this time. Make sure it's relaxed down away from your left ear. Right palm is faced up. On your next inhale, arms out to a T, warrior two. We're gonna flow into our first triangle pose. So you can start to straighten your front right leg. All right, and then from here, I always keep a micro bend in my right knee for this. You're gonna slightly hinge forward at the waist, so it's almost like you're extending your right arm forward. From there, your right arm drops down either to a block, your mat, or your right leg. I like to use a block for this. And you're gonna open the left arm. Your block can be placed, I like to place my block to the left of my right foot, although some people do place their block to the back, so behind their right leg for this. It's up to you, play around with the different heights. While you're in your triangle pose, that top left shoulder is lifting up and then back. Maybe lift your gaze. Maybe notice your back left foot. You want the outer edge of your left foot grounded down onto your mat. Okay, so let's go ahead and make our way back into warrior two. Slowly bend into your right knee. Arms out to a T. On your next exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame the right foot. We're gonna send the right leg back into our downward facing dog. Left leg high, three-legged dog, hips square down, left foot flexed. Send the left leg through, plant the left foot in between your hands. Left knee is over your ankle. If you have a block, you can use it. You're gonna place your right hand on your mat or your block, and we're gonna open the left arm. So shoulders opening towards the left side. Maybe lift your gaze over your left fingertips. And you're high in the ball of your right foot. All right, left hand down. From here, you're gonna stay high on the ball of your right foot. Left knee is over your ankle. High crescent lunge, start to lift your torso. So hips forward and arms are high. Open up warrior two. So right foot grounds down, arms out to a T. Open your shoulders and your hips here towards the right wall. Gaze is over your left fingertips. Without losing the bend in your left knee, drop your back hand, flip the front palm. Reverse warrior, left arm up and back. Keep your right hand nice and light on your back right leg. Again, notice your left shoulder. Make sure it's relaxed down away from your ear. And return back to your warrior two. Extended side angle. So you're going to lower your left forearm down to your left thigh. Right arm extends up and over. Left palm is faced up. The right shoulder, relax it down away from your ear. On your next inhale, return back to your warrior two. And we'll flow through our triangle pose on the left side. So you start to straighten your left leg. You're gonna hinge forward at the waist, extend the left arm forward a bit. As you lower the left arm, maybe micro bend into your left knee. You're gonna find your block. So left hand to a block, your mat, or your left leg. I like to use a block. Open the right arm. So think of opening the shoulders here, opening the hips, all to the right side of the room. Maybe lift your gaze if that feels okay. Notice the outer edge of your right foot. Outer edge of your right foot should be grounded onto your mat. Let's go ahead and return back to our warrior two. So you can sink back into your left knee, arms out to a T, gaze is forward. On your next exhale, cartwheel the hands, frame the left foot. We're gonna send the left leg back into our downward facing dog. On your next inhale, gaze forward. Let's go ahead and walk the feet up to the top of our mats. We'll meet in a halfway lift, flat back. As you exhale, fold forward. From your forward fold, you can lift the torso about halfway up or so. We're just going to start to heel toe the feet out a bit so the toes are off the mat and heels are most likely still on the mat. You want a nice wide stance for this. We're moving into our malasana, which is a yogi squat. So let's go ahead and lower the hips down. As you move through your malasana, take your time. You can grab blocks. You can grab 2 blocks, playing around with the height of the blocks. You can use the blocks for support if you want to lower down onto them. You do not have to use blocks. If you want to, you can leave your hands resting on your mat if that's comfortable. Or you can place your hands, draw your hands to prayer position at heart center. Tall spine, top of your head lifting up to the ceiling, elbows to the inside of your thighs. Maybe creating a little more openness here. We'll take several breaths. Just try to relax, come back to your deep belly breath. When you're ready, we're going to make our way down onto our mat. So you can plant your hands behind, you can lower your hips down. And we'll extend both legs forward, setting up for a seated forward fold. All right, legs get extended
feet flexed. Again, if you have a strap, you can use it for this. You're gonna place the strap to the balls of your feet. Sit tall. And then when you are ready, with a tall spine, begin to fold forward. Two more breaths. Use your breath. As you inhale, lengthen, elongate your torso, and then as you exhale, maybe sink deeper into the stretch. On your next inhale, you can lift your torso. You're gonna place the block off to the side for now. We're gonna move back into our butterfly position. So soles of your feet come together, knees out, sit tall, hands around your ankles or your feet. On your next exhale, begin to fold forward. Maybe press your elbows to the inside of your thighs. Two more deep breaths. On your next inhale, lift your torso. Keep your left leg exactly where it is. We're just going to extend the right leg forward. Left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Make sure you're squared over your right leg. If you want to use your strap, place the strap to the ball of your right foot. And then when you are ready with a tall spine, fold forward. Two more deep breaths. On your next inhale, lift your torso. And we have to do the same thing on the left side. So let's go ahead and extend the left leg forward. Right foot to the inside of your left thigh. If you're using your strap, place the strap to the ball of your left foot. Sit tall. And then when you are ready, with a tall spine, fold forward. Two more deep breaths. On your next inhale, you can lift your torso. You're going to place the strap off to the side. Go ahead and find a comfortable seated position down onto your mat. Maybe cross-legged position, maybe legs extended forward. Probably most likely the same position you found at the beginning of class. You can relax your arms, relax your hands on your knees if you are in a seated position. We'll take a few more deep breaths together. So starting with your inhale, let this inhale begin at the base of your spine. Inhale through your nose, belly and chest expands. Breath reaches to the top of your head. Pause, hold, and slowly exhale. Inhale. Pause. Slowly exhale. This time as you inhale, we're going to draw the arms all the way out and up. At the top, palms come to touch.
As you exhale, hands to prayer position at heart center. The light within me honors the light within you. Together we bow our heads and say namaste.
Namaste, everyone. Thank you for joining and hope to see you soon.